Well, good evening and God bless all you kind, wonderful people. It's about 1:30 in the morning. It's not Friday night anymore. It's Saturday morning, about 1:30. I'm out here at my bunkhouse in Sparta, which is a converted bay of my three-bay garage, and I'll give you a little glimpse of it. But I wanted to prepare you for the sound effects you'll hear tonight. You may have already noticed them before, and I wondered what they were, but you've seen my five beautiful hens, my five beautiful ladies who love me, the only five ladies in the world who do. And I just couldn't get enough of that. So I ordered and have received 11 more. Of course, they came as little chicks. I'm having to raise them up, and we're having to do it out here in the bunkhouse in a box. You can see over here, and I hope you can see my 11 new little ladies in there. Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, look at them go. And yeah, that's a bunk bed and two antique double beds. That pink one over there is a metal bed. My grandparents, the Holloways in Mississippi, started housekeeping on. But I'm gonna kind of walk around here and sit down. Tonight, it's so late because my son Ben and his girlfriend Jackie wanted to watch this movie, 1917, and I hadn't seen it, so I wanted to watch it too. And we started watching it kind of late after a great dinner of stuffed chicken breast they made and fresh fried squash out of my garden. It was incredible. Uh, and then after the movie, we realized it was nice and cool and didn't need the air conditioner, so we cut it off and opened the windows and doors and make sure the screens were closed, walked outside in the 59-degree weather. It's now about 58, going down to 57 or 56, and looked up at the stars and were just agog. It's incredible up here without those city lights to blot out the sky. What kind of constellations and stars and planets you can see. It's just gorgeous. Milky Way looked like you could just reach up and grab it and take a sip. Unbelievable. It got me kind of reminiscent and thinking back and thinking about the times as a kid on Brush Hill Road in Nashville, Tennessee, that I would camp out in the backyard or my neighbor's backyard, one of my buddies, and we'd count the shooting stars looking up at the sky at night. And that got me to thinking about times not so far back, but pretty close. And when I was a teenager, encountered Marty Robbins and became a fanatical fan. I've told you about that. I'll tell you some more later. You don't know, though. But that got me kind of in the mood to do another Marty Robbins song. And in the El Paso trilogy, you probably don't know about. We talked about El Paso, which he released in 1959 and became a #1 hit in 1960 on the country and pop charts. Broke all records and still is a phenom song to this day. But he wrote two sequels to that song. I bet you didn't know that, did you? The first one in 1966, entitled Felina. Yes, the lady in the story tells it from her growing up, being born and raised in the desert in abject poverty and longing for a different, better, more exciting life, and becoming a dancer in different saloons and cantinas and ending up in El Paso, of course. And then has a really different twist on the end of the story, though. I'll do a little bit of it for you one night, maybe tomorrow, just a little bit. I can't do the whole song because it's over 8 minutes long. El Paso was 4 minutes and 38 seconds long, and it's incredible. It became a #1 hit. But they didn't even try to release Felina as a single. It's on an album, but it's a great song. And then 10 years later, he wrote a second sequel entitled El Paso City 1976, and it became his 15th #1 hit. And it tells the story from yet another angle, from modern day times. Marty wrote it while he was flying over El Paso on a commercial flight in his endeavors. And he said he wrote it in the same amount of time it takes to sing it, 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And that was only the second time in his career that it ever happened, the first time being with El Paso, the original tune. in 4 minutes and 38 seconds. He claims he wrote it down. He claimed he did. He said he was writing as fast as he could. The lyrics were coming to him so fast he was just writing furiously. Maybe it was providential. But interestingly, the song is set in modern times, El Paso City, with the singer flying over the city of El Paso and telling the song with a whole other twist on it. So we'll give it a try. Now don't try this at home, folks. You could hurt yourself. There's very few people in the entire world, well, at least the Northern Hemisphere, who can pull this off. I just happen to be one of them. Just funny. But it's a great song. Let's hope we can do some good with it. From 30,000 feet above the desert floor, I see you there below. A city with a legend, West Texas city of El Paso. Where long ago I heard a song about a Texas cowboy and a girl. And a little place called Roses where we used to go and watch his beauty world. I don't recall who sang the song, but I recall the story that I heard. And as I look down on the city, I remember each and every word. The singer sang about a jealous cowboy and the way he used a gun to kill another cowboy, then he had to leave El Paso on the run. El Paso City, by the Rio Grande. The cowboy lived and rode away, but love was strong, he couldn't stay. He rode back just to die in that El Paso sand. El Paso City, by the Rio Grande. I try not to let you cross my mind, but still I find there's such a mystery in the song that I don't understand. My mind is down there somewhere as I fly above the badlands of New Mexico. I can't explain why I should know the very trail he rode back to El Paso. Well, can it be that man can disappear from life and live another time? And does the mystery deepen cause you think that you yourself lived in that other time? Somewhere in my deepest thoughts, familiar scenes and memories unfold. These wild and unexplained emotions that I've had so long, but I have never told. Like every time I fly up through the heavens and I see you there below. I get the feeling sometime in another world I lived in El Paso. El Paso City, by the Rio Grande. Oh, could it be that I could be the cowboy in the mystery who died there in that desert sand so long ago? El Paso City, by the Rio Grande. A voice tells me to go and see, another voice keeps telling me maybe death awaits me in El Paso. El Paso City. See you later. I hope.